नमस्कार दोस्तों, माई सेल्फ प्रोफेसर बलविंदर सिंह. आई एम वर्किंग इन श्री बाबा मसनाथ इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ फार्मास्यूटिकल साइंसेज एंड रिसर्च, बाबा मसनाथ यूनिवर्सिटी, स्थलभर, रोहतक, हरियाणा. Today I will discuss with you about anemia. First of all, I am thankful to my son Mr. Ashish Saini for typesetting and media recording of this presentation. Let us discuss first of all what is anemia. In anemia, there is low hemoglobin concentration in blood. The level of hemoglobin in blood is less than 12 gram per deciliter. What are the symptoms and signs of anemia? किसी पेशेंट को कैसे पता चलेगा या उसको देखकर कैसे पता चलता है कि भाई उसको एनीमिया हो सकता है? The person is suffering from fatigue, lethargy, थकावट रहती है सारा दिन, ब्रेथलेसनेस है, सांस फूल जाता है, टैकीकार्डिया है, एंगुलर स्टोमेटाइटिस है, डायरिया हो सकता है, पुअर मेमोरी हो सकती है, स्किन जो है वो पेल हो सकती है. ये सारे साइंस एंड सिम्टम्स इंडिकेट करते हैं कि पर्सन में बी सफरिंग फ्रॉम एनीमिया. कंफर्मेटरी इन्वेस्टिगेशन के लिए ब्लड टेस्ट करते हैं पेशेंट का, जिसमें हीमोग्लोबिन लेवल फाइंड आउट करते हैं, एस्टिमेट करते हैं, और ब्लड टेस्ट से कंफर्म होता है कि पर्सन इज सफरिंग फ्रॉम एनीमिया. देयर आर वेरियस टाइप्स ऑफ एनीमिया. लेट अस डिस्कस वेरियस टाइप्स ऑफ एनीमिया. फर्स्ट टाइप इज megaloblastic anemia. Then anemia may be due to iron deficiency. Second category, iron deficiency anemia. Then pernicious anemia. Anemia may be there due to blood loss. Then hemolytic anemia is there, which is further subclassified into sickle cell anemia, thalassemia, then glucose 6 phosphate dehydrogenase, glucose 6 PD deficiency. So let us discuss one by one. First of all, megaloblastic anemia. It may be due to deficiency of vitamin B12 or folic acid. So the patient or the person who is suffering from megaloblastic anemia, he is given vitamin B12 plus folic acid capsules or tablets are given to substitute the deficiency of vitamin B12 and folic acid. Then iron deficiency anemia. As iron is deficient, so iron replacement therapy is used. Various forms of iron, tablets or capsule may be used. Iron may be given, or syrups may be used. Iron may be given in the form of ferrous sulfate, very common, most widely used. Ferrous sulfate tablets are there. But problem is that side effects are very high. It may cause constipation or it may cause diarrhea. So GI disturbances are there. So other forms of iron replacement therapy are used, like other salts like ferrous fumarate, ferrous gluconate, or iron choline citrate may be used because they have less GI side effect. Constipation or diarrhea is less in a case of ferrous fumarate or ferrous gluconate as compared to ferrous sulfate. Iron choline citrate, GI disturbances are less because it is a chelate form of iron choline citrate. So small quantity of iron is released at a time, so causing less GI side effect. Then parenteral iron therapy may be given in the case of iron deficiency anemia. Then pernicious anemia. Schilling's test is used to confirm for the diagnosis of pernicious anemia, and the patient is given vitamin B12 in the form of hydroxycobalamin injection. Then there may be hemolytic anemia, which may be further classified or subclassified into sickle cell anemia, thalassemia, glucose 6 phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency types are there. So first of all, sickle cell anemia, it may be due to the hereditary. In sickle cell anemia, there is different form of hemoglobin is there. So sickle cells RBCs are there. So in that person or patient, folic acid is given with penicillin V for protection against pneumococcal infections, and hepatitis B or H influenza B vaccination may be given to the patient to protect against the infection. Then thalassemia is there. It is again a genetic disorder of hemoglobin synthesis. RBCs are destroyed in bone marrow or in circulation. So this type of patients require blood transfusion at a regular interval. And besides blood transfusion, the patients should be given desferrioxamine and folic acid. Then there are patients who are having glucose 6 phosphate dehydrogenase or glucose 6 PD deficiency. Basically, glucose 6 PD is an RBC enzyme. It produces NADPH, which protect RBC from oxidizing reagents of various drugs. So this type of patients who are having glucose 6 phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency, certain drugs should be avoided, like ciprofloxacin, sulfonamides, chloroquine, dapsone, primaquine or aspirin. These drugs should be avoided in these patients. There are some other drugs are also there. These drugs should be avoided in this type of patients. So that's all about the anemia. Most of the things I clarify, but in case you want to clarify something more, my mobile number and email ID is given. You can contact me. In the end, once again, I am thankful to my son Mr. Ashish Saini for typesetting and media recording of this presentation. So best of luck. Good day.